Hey everybody, welcome back live at Drew's house, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Hope you're all doing well out there. Hope you're having a nice fall here so far. It's a music show from our Newburyport studios today. I'm very excited about that. Out of New Hampshire, artist Heather D, Steve Roy, and old friend EJ Ouellette. Take it away, guys.
Hey, Roy.
You'll always have a place to go. Never want for nothing in your life. Hold on to your dreams, they'll be coming true. The real life comes and cuts you like a knife. Look to the stars, don't look that far, because right here love means to me. Put your trust in the dream maker man. Oh, dream maker man. Future now is better than you planned. Look to the stars, don't look that far, because right here I'm your dream maker man. It's plain to see what love means to me. So put your trust in the dream maker man. To the stars, don't look that far, because right here I'm your dream maker man. It's plain to see what love means to me. So put your trust in the dream maker man. Oh, dream maker man.
Heather D, Steve Roy, EJ Ouellette back there. How we doing, everybody?
Good.
Awesome.
Good.
All right.
Sounding great. I heard
Thank
I was
you.
walking in from the parking lot. I heard you guys warming up, and it was bellowing across the sky. It sounded great. Good afternoon. How we doing, everybody?
All right.
Awesome.
Good. First time on the show for Heather and Steve. Thank you guys so much for making some time. Out of New Hampshire. What part of New Hampshire? Help us.
Newton, New Hampshire.
Newton, Hampshire. All right. Where's that again?
It's right next to Haverhill, over the border.
Right
in
next to
Merrimack,
Amesbury.
Amesbury.
Oh, okay. So you guys are not too far from here.
No.
Very good. Autumn Soul is the new one. There we go. Beautiful. Who did the who'd you let take the photos and all that?
Marie Sapienza.
Oh.
She's a friend of ours, and it was her first album.
Where are you guys? Some beautiful castle. It looks gorgeous. Where is it?
Winnikinny in Haverhill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Used to EJ. Very good. Outstanding. So
Get into that place.
you used to break in? Oh, I'd like to hear more about that, EJ, real quickly. What's that story? That you used to break in there? Okay.
Originally from Haverhill.
You're originally from Haverhill. All right. Yeah, that's right. I think I knew that, but cool. So Heather and Steve, give me a little bit about the music story. How long you been doing it professionally? When?
Well, we started 30 years ago. This was all a dream.
Yes.
And life went on. We worked, and we did our music in the basement.
Yep.
30 years ago, and we played out, and kind of went on the back burner for 30 years, and then life happened, and each one of those songs are a dream. They're a vision we had back then.
Everything off
We
Autumn
pieced-
Soul.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Right.
pieced it back together.
From old VHS tapes that we recorded of our practices way back then.
Oh,
we
wow.
put them on a little stick, and then we said, "Wow, we can do that." Rewrote the music, the words, all kinds of things like that, and went into the studio, and that's where we are now.
Oh wow, new life into old stuff here.
Exactly.
Huh?
Yeah.
Wow, very
It
cool.
was a dream.
That's EJ's
It's
smiling
come
just
true.
hearing you guys talk about it. He loves little projects like that.
Yeah.
Well, we started it off. They joined my artist development program,
Yeah.
and we started in COVID, right?
Yep.
21, I think, but
Yeah.
it was close to that. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
and
was
then-
still going on, of course. Yeah.
And, we set them up with their own little recording setup in their house. So we sent files back and forth to get started,
Yeah.
and that's how we got going.
Man,
Yeah.
did you guys find COVID? I've actually heard a lot of artists come in here and say it was actually a very as bad as COVID was. It was actually a rewarding time to be able to sit down and kind of work on some new projects. A lot of artists said I never actually was forced to sit down and not play live, not do this, and it was like it made me do some things maybe I wouldn't have done. Did you guys find that?
Definitely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
We retired at the very beginning of COVID, so it did give us that push to say,
Yeah.
okay, now we can follow our dream. Had that not happened, I don't know.
Interesting time to retire, right?
Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
Here's a global pandemic.
exactly.
Yeah. Lock us up. Yeah.
Lock us up.
Yeah.
Oh, so 30 years. So what's the? I will hear more of your songs as we go. But what are the roots of the music? Is it?
It's about us heading together, wanting to be together. I mean, if I was to say anything about the songs, it's basically all about Heather. When I wrote the songs, way back when, Evil Ones is one. It sounds like a bad title, but what it is, it's kind of like an observation of life,
Yeah.
Why did the evil ones get the roses kind of thing, when you view life and things, and on the walls, another one where I look at a wall of pictures and say, is this all there is to life? And then, just write the songs from there. So they all come from that point.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. How'd you meet EJ? EJ is one of the finest musicians in this neck of the woods here, and producers.
Well, I've known him from way back, I knew I'd be from the music store in Amesbury and my brother and
I taught his brother.
right.
I
So
started my teaching career in Amesbury.
Okay. Cool. Gotcha. So you guys go way back. What's the? Is it always hard to, as songwriters, and then when you're trying to lay this stuff down, you do have to have. Is there an element of trust that you have to have
Oh,
going
yeah,
into somebody? Because I mean, these are your babies that you're saying. All right, now let's put this thing onto something like this, right? It's that's a thing you kind of
Right.
gotta have trust, and you gotta have a little bit of letting go. Is that fair?
exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
Because he drew us out of our comfort zones, and that's where we needed to be to learn to grow as a singer, musicians, and everything else.
Yeah.
We were an acoustic duo, and that's all we knew.
Right.
Together, our music was just acoustic duo, and then EJ would have us in the studio and at home add the choruses and everything else, and then to hear it come together was like a baby. I look at it as our baby.
Yeah.
He's never had his own child. This is his child. And it was like each song was another birth.
Yeah.
It was just given life in a different way. And to hear us with the band behind us was like, whoa, and the band was EJ.
Yeah.
And Dave.
and Dave.
And Dave Maddox, yeah.
Exactly.
I've seen him do that before, yes. Is that a fine line, EJ? Because, I mean, obviously, so many of these songs are immediately brought to life, just, guitars and singing. There's kind of a rawness about that. Is that a fine line of how much to add and how,
Yeah, well, it's interesting. I'm kind of like a one-person wrecking crew.
He means that in a good way.
So anyway, we would do the developmental stems and everything, and everything I do when I record for someone is an audition. I don't assume they're going to like it.
Yeah.
I hope they're going to like it, and usually what I do is I go with what my gut instinct tells me.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all I say is just an option, and
Yep.
if they accept it, that's great, because it doesn't take me long to track.
Yeah.
It takes me about 20 minutes to do a guitar track. It doesn't take me a long time. Then I have to, then if they like it, then I go fix it up and clean it up and do it, and we don't want to overproduce stuff.
Yeah,
Really.
overproduce. Yeah, that's the word I guess I was
Right.
looking for. Yeah, you gotta be careful of that,
there's
right?
no synthesizers on this. There's an organ.
Yeah.
I played an organ on it.
Yeah.
Dave played some organ.
It's easy to overproduce too. Some of my favorite artists, they're massive artists. The Springsteens, Dylan's, all these big
Oh, yeah,
names.
yeah.
I mean, they have complaints about albums that were big hits, and that song's better when it was just
Just by itself.
just me in my bedroom. I'm
It
telling
has
you,
to
we
do with what the
ruined
audience,
it.
What the audience expects.
Yeah.
If they want, galore.
Yeah.
And all that stuff, then at the time, that's what you give them.
Yep.
But ideally, what we really, I think we did is that we had to take the folk elements of their record, and it's sort of American roots, right?
Yep.
And more of a northeast country sound,
Okay.
as opposed to a southern
yeah.
southern style. We don't roll our R's too much around here.
Well, again, it's Autumn
Something.
Soul here, and I want to talk a little bit more about the program in a second, EJ. But I want to make sure I get the music out there too. You guys want to launch right into a second one? I know you had a few we're going to play for us today.
Absolutely.
Sure.
We love the live music in our little studios here. Do you like the studio? Are y'all comfortable in here?
Oh,
Sounds
yeah.
good, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's great.
It's a good
Sing
room to
about me.
play.
Got it?
All right. Again, it's Heather D, Steve Roy, EJ Ouellette in the back there. Autumn Soul is the album. Live at Drew's House, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Take it away, guys.
Thank you.
I listened to the song you wrote yesterday, singing about love and a better way. Though we are so far apart, I feel every word in my heart. I know who you think about when you think about love. I know who you dream about
Nicely done.
Thank you.
Heather D, Steve Roy, EJ Ouellette, and an applause from EJ in the back. That's always good. Very nice. The album is Autumn Soul. That's the new one here from Heather and Steve. You guys sound great.
Thank you.
And thank you guys so much again for coming in. We appreciate that. Big thanks to our crew, too, by the way. Sometimes I forget to mention them. Maeve Power, Maya Gassman, Sarah Hayden, the boss, who they do all the hard work. Get you guys set up even when I'm running behind. A lot of traffic out there today.
Oh, yeah, we saw that too.
It's crazy. Sometimes I wonder, why do I drive to Boston?
Yeah.
But it's like every time. It's a beautiful day. Just drive right. Just keep moving, everybody. But that's all right. We won't get into that. EJ, so these guys are part of your artist development program.
Yes.
And what exactly is that for people who, I think we've talked about it here before, but
They're for folks that want to do a debut album. They want to develop their songs,
Yep.
their abilities, and expand also their horizons professionally.
okay.
So we go from anywhere from building the songs and developing the songs, arranging the music, and in a lot of cases working on the vocals,
Yeah.
developing the vocal style and lifting it.
So you're dealing with people who are in the business here. This is
Well,
people
they're in the
this is like
business,
next
but
level stuff.
They
trying
want to put out an album.
It's about the album,
And the
okay.
goal is to make a major league.
Okay.
Right,
Gotcha.
Which I think that album is.
Ooh, very good. Very good. Yes, you get the EJ applause in the back row. That's always a good thing.
They put up with me.
Yes.
Well, we're gonna have to do this again.
How hard of a trip is that, there, Heather and Steve? Is he tough?
Well, not tough, but just outside, like I had mentioned before about the comfort zone.
Yeah.
Like I had trouble with harmonies, so he wanted me to do harmonies. So I kept working on it and working on it and working on it. Now I can hear harmonies in my head without a thought. So it helped me grow a lot. That's all I can say.
But at the beginning, to help with that, sometimes he would sing the harmony.
Right.
And then have, especially Steve, redo it. And Steve didn't want to go there. He was like, oh no, Heather's the harmony girl. He's like, oh no, that doesn't work that way here.
Yeah.
It's both of you doing harmonies.
Well, yeah, and not doubling.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
That was another thing.
Is that EJ? I can picture you when you hear something that's not right or off, even when you're watching on TV or whatever. It probably is just very glaring to you and probably drives you insane. Is that about right?
No, I don't let it drive me insane. Otherwise, I would have quit a long time ago.
I was going to say, did you say any more?
No, but I'm a vocal yoga coach.
Yeah.
So, like Steve, he was having a hard time lifting his voice above Heather's.
Yeah.
And getting it up into his higher registers and on that. I remember the first day he opened up in his Passaggio voice, which is the shout voice, and his eyes popped out.
Yeah.
Do you remember that day?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden,
I can remember
voice
it.
just
Yeah.
rang. So he get it out of his chest. Oh, I'm here.
Yeah.
Went up, and he was, oh.
Yeah.
And,
Well, that was in Dreammaker, man. Actually.
that's right too.
Yeah.
And I gave him exercises. Go home and do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that? I mean, because that can be. You seem like you're very coachable and everything, but that can be difficult when somebody's saying, nope, not quite, nope, not there yet, nope, just a little off.
Once I heard what came out of it, though, I was like, wow, this is amazing. So
Yeah.
He's the shy one. So
Yeah.
she's the voice.
yeah, it's hard. I have to control myself and calm myself down. I'm one of 8 people, so I'm
Yeah.
the 7th child. I tend to be loud.
Well, even if you're whether you're shy or whatever, I remember reading the stories about like Prince with his band back in the day, and he had like the most smoking band in the world, and he would call every one of them out, and sometimes he would just do it just to keep everybody in check. I guess he was kind of tough to work with, I guess, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was his method of being a band leader that was a little bit different, I guess. But yeah, he would call out all these pros. Who's
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think it's probably difficult to receive some of that stuff sometimes.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, we did the recordings at home. In the studio, it's kind of cool, too, because, EJ's there behind the glass, and we're at the mic, and he's like, nope, do it again. Nope, do it again. Don't do it again. And all of a sudden, it's like you hear it, and it comes together. It's just kind of a cool
They
process.
developed their vocal sound and Steve's guitar playing in their studio.
Gotcha.
I coached him on that.
Okay.
So ideally, I think you got all your tracks at home, right, Steve, on your guitar?
On the guitar,
And
yeah.
then we got a lot of tracks in your studio that I used, but also when you came in, that's when we really went after it.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed the studio part because it was instant. I didn't have to send a file, hear back. It was like, nope, do it again. No, we'll do it here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
On the vocal parts, it was kind of cool to do it that way.
And their ears got better fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, so it was ear training.
That probably doesn't surprise you, right? That must be that's an experience
if
thing.
you can get the pitch in your voice and in your head, get the pitch right,
Yeah.
that trains your ear.
Yeah.
So if you can sing what you're playing, that changes your whole perspective. So you know, like if you're a guitar player, no longer is the instrument outside of you; you are the instrument.
Yeah. Well said.
And it went through an infancy. When we first had the studio at home,
Yeah.
we were only used to always singing together. So
Yeah.
we were in 2 separate rooms singing together, and we'd send the tracks to EJ, and he's like, are you guys singing at the same time?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I can kind of hear that. So we were like, yeah, why is that a problem? Oh, yeah, you have to sing your track and your track only. So that was a learning process.
And
That was very
so
difficult.
rather than just singing it over and over together again, you get to listen to Heather, and then Steve could Matt, go back
Right.
and
Yeah.
work with her best performance, and vice versa.
Yeah.
You know, it's nice to be able to go out and belt it. And like now, you guys are playing out a lot, and
Oh,
everything,
yeah.
so it'll be a lot easier to put you in 2 separate rooms and go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense. So because he obviously BJ's he's been doing producing for so long that he sees that, let's call it the bigger picture, where maybe you guys are, what is this? That's not how we do this song. We've been playing this way a million. It works this way. Trust us. And then you have to learn to trust DJ too, and
Yeah.
with that song, which is a whole
Right.
different thing too, right? All right, let's see. Is everything today off of this new album
Yes.
here?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. It's very good. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tracks on here. Is that right?
Seven.
Seven.
One cover.
I was told there'd be no math involved. Is the Crazy Love the Van Morrison?
The cover,
Yes.
yes.
Oh, okay. I love that song. Very cool. So this is 7 tracks off Autumn Soul. Oh, you don't change your set list for me, no, please. I like the originals anyway, but Autumn Soul is the album there. Very nice. You guys what are we gonna play next here?
Evil Ones. It's been the most requested song. We can barely play out and not sing. Everybody's
Anyone
like,
who's
Evil
heard
One,
it.
Evil Ones.
guys
However,
have
it's
played
the least streamed. So go figure.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Very good. We'll talk more about playing live after this. So let's take that one. Let you guys play Evil Ones, and we'll do that. Heather D, Steve Roy, EJ
What key
Ouellette.
we in? Okay.
To give love is to feel pain. Nothing to lose, only happiness to gain. So give your heart unselfishly,
And the truth and the law will set you free.
why do the evil ones get the roses? Why do the heartless ones get their love for free? Lovers feel the pain when your heart is torn. They still love you. All they get is a handful of thorns.
Don't waste time on a selfish one. Your time in darkness should be your moments in the sun. You will shine, oh yeah, yeah, and they will run. Because your failure's what they wanted from day one.
Why do the evil ones get the roses? Why do the heartless ones get their love for free? Lovers feel the pain when your heart is torn. They still love you. All they get is a handful of thorns.
Don't let the evil break you. Don't let the darkness win. The holy don't even realize that you control
Is the ultimate sin.
Let them know love's not a game. Nothing to lose, only happiness to gain. So don't be part of the fantasy. Why do the heartless ones get their love for free? Lovers feel the pain when your heart is torn. They still love you if all they get is a handful of thorns. Why do the evil ones get the roses? Why do the heartless ones get their love for free? Lovers feel the pain when your heart is torn. They still love you. All they get is a handful of thorns. 'Cause lovers love you. If all they get is a handful of thorns.
Wow, nicely done.
Thank you.
Heather D, Steve Roy, EJ Ouellette. The album is Autumn Soul, and that is the most popular one out on the road life these days, you say, huh?
Yes, that is.
What do you think? I can feel it. It does have a good, even just in our little studio, it has a nice little live vibe to it. Cool. What do you guys, have you guys started to kind of embrace that on stage now? This is the
Yes.
fan favorite?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get lost in the fans. I love to see the faces and watch them.
Ah,
and
yes.
so that's kind of my drawback sometimes because I totally lose it. I'm enjoying that so much. Now, Steve's legally blind, so he can't see the most of the fans.
Yeah.
So afterwards, we always re-talk the show.
I tell them, what was it like? What were they, what were they doing? and
What
stuff?
did they like best?
Yeah.
What was the most reaction? Did anybody, what? I
Yeah.
retell them. And so it's really cool.
Oh, wow.
And most of these are his babies. He
Yeah.
came up with that one in a shower. I was in my first marriage. I was going through a tough time, and it was always like he was getting the bits and pieces musically for us to be able to do our music, and that was our dream, both of our dreams. So
Yeah.
that's why this album is our dream come true.
So then I went and heard it in the shower. I'm kind of weird thought, and I wrote it down at lunch. Yeah.
You remember doing it? You
Yeah,
actually
I do.
You
It's
mentioned
like
that song
95,
earlier. So
yeah.
you like the song a lot too, because
Yeah.
I heard you
Yeah.
slipped it in there earlier, and we were just
Yeah.
talking about some of these songs. That's fascinating. And you want, it's funny because some of these songs do translate. I mean, just every song in life, some do translate more live than first the whatever streaming or CD world or however you consume your music these days. But what do you think about it in particular in that song? Why do you think that strikes people live so much? That
It's a catchy tune.
Yeah.
And people now when we play out, and people start singing it. Even we were doing a thing in town, the town fair, and I saw a guy walk across. And I know I've never seen this guy before. He's from our town, and he was walking across the field. And by the second verse, he was singing it, and I said,
Really?
"That's cool." To see that was so cool.
It has that build up too. You can really
Yeah.
hear those harmonies. And I say, EJ was smiling when you guys were when the music stopped and it was just you two singing. And see, we worked on that, right? EJ, it must be rewarding to see that stuff pay off. Whether not even some, the albums are great too. I know you feel proud of these, but when you just could see a group go out and play live and some of the stuff that you worked on, you see applying those tools to real live playing must be great.
As Steve would say, playing my DNA.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He sent me a very nice email yesterday.
Oh, okay.
I've been doing it for so long that it just becomes second nature.
Yeah.
So these are like my kids.
Yeah.
In a way, So.
Is there a part of, I know you like going out, you love going out and playing your own stuff and playing with the band, whether it be your fiddle or guitar or whatever you're playing, you can do a little bit of everything. But is there some of this teaching aspect when you get to see, as I think you said earlier, this is your dream, to see other people pursue their dreams? Is that almost just as rewarding in a
Oh, it is. It is because, it's a collaboration, number one. So
Yeah.
I don't dictate, right? And it's a collaboration, and to watch them grow beyond the stuff that they brought to me.
Yeah.
And again, I don't force anybody to do it. All I do is make suggestions. That's it.
Yeah.
And I believe it's about coaxing out the performances
Yeah.
rather than dragging it out of people, and you have to be patient. And when it's like with the way they were just singing right now,
Yeah.
that sounds great to me. They hit the harmonies and the timing and the whole deal.
Yeah.
It just gives me goosebumps.
Was there a rawness when you first heard them? You're like, "Ooh, I want to work with them." Like that's.
You know, what I do, what I've done with my academies, I didn't chase prodigies.
Yeah.
Because it's not a good business model anyway. And I enjoy starting artists, musicians. I have, and I've semi-retired from teaching instruments and all that. Mostly artist development, but I like putting my seed there, you know,
Yeah.
and letting it grow and dragging it, put them in that, and using that. I just go home and water it, come back and see where it goes, and
Yeah.
they bring back their own artistry as a result of the exercises. I'm an exercise-driven artist.
Gotcha.
You have to be redundant, doing it over and over again.
Yeah. Sounds fun. Was there an element of the studio? I guess the studio was fairly new compared to EJ. It was incredibly new getting in there, and you said you liked that whole process. Was there part of the studio work that actually made you better live performers?
Yeah, he had to learn all the electronics and that. And I think
But-
by learning that and by playing with it, yes, it did.
Yeah.
Because we learned mics and things that we never thought of. I mean, we sang with mics, but it was
Yeah.
a 30-year gap in between singing live and not doing much for the in-between to getting back out there and doing it.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
But in the studio
It
part, like
did.
you were saying, I like that instant gratification of it. Like when he would say, "Nope, do it again," or "That was great," and when that hits, it's really cool.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
The recording process for me, I've used my studios to teach for 45 years.
Yeah.
So rather than just a music lesson, they come in because you can't comb your hair without a mirror. Well, I can. Most people can't.
Me too. Me too. Cole, what's that?
And recording is an
It's not much combing here either.
It's a mirror. You hear it back, you go like this, you know. I'll do it again. So
Yeah.
it really is.
Oh, that's. Well, you guys sound great. What's that, EJ? You got some other gifts in here. What do we got here? We got
Well,
Louise
that's
Adams.
Louise Adams,
Yep.
and hopefully we'll get her on your show. And she's down in the South Shore.
Oh, I love it when you do that.
And she just won with that album. She just won a silver in the Global Music Awards with that.
Oh, okay.
Yes, we did.
Wow, very cool.
Right.
Is it where are we at? I know it's only October, but where are we at Grammys wise?
So Heather and Steve are submitted in the Grammys for Best Americana Album.
Well, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And we're doing email campaigns, and I'm introducing them to the Academy members, voting members,
Oh.
and all that.
I know we kind of just glossed over that, but that to me would be a very big deal. Is that we're just over that now, or?
no, that is, it is a big deal. You try not to get too excited.
Right.
Oh,
Try
okay.
not to, you know.
I think I'd have a party for this, but okay.
Yeah.
Go-
And I
With
also
a nomination, I'll have a big party.
There you go. Invite me to that one. There we
Yeah.
go.
Well, I believe the album's major league, and in
Yep.
my engineering skills and all that stuff, I have to really make sure that it does, because I'm putting it in front of my colleagues.
Mhm.
You know, so that's the email blasts have been going out today, internationally. So we're very excited about that, and as with Louise too,
Yeah.
and with and
All right. And her album is "This Is Come Dance with
Yep.
Me" from Louise. All right. Well, we hope to see her soon.
Yep.
That'll be great. Awesome. Any other? What else do we need to know
I've
about?
got 3 submissions to the Grammys right there. I gave you
Oh,
a CD
yeah.
right there.
Oh, you got Odessa. Yep.
Yeah, Odessa, Let Peace Flow, and Roll Over O Carolyn, which is my version of Carolyn's concerto. He wrote that back in the 1700s, so it's a little take on Roll Over Beethoven. And also a song from a woman from Las Vegas. She courted me. She wanted me to sing her song for me. And finally, after 10 months, I said, okay, I'll do it.
And you like it?
I do love the
Yeah.
song. I did all the tracks. Dave Maddox is on all of them.
Yeah.
And Odessa was up here last week, and we shot the video, and the video's on it too.
When do you sleep?
I get 8 hours. That's all I ask from the universe is to give me 8 hours. I'll handle everything else. If I get 5, watch out. EJ's cranky.
Okay. I feel like that's a conversation you actually have with the universe or something. Just give me the 8s.
Just give me the 8. That's all I need.
All right, very good. Final few minutes here again with Heather D and Steve Roy. Where can people find your music, find your info, find where you're playing, throw up social medias, whatever you want out there, throw it on.
Okay, we have a site, autumnsoulrevival.com. We also are on Facebook, Autumn Soul Revival, and also
All
on
the streaming sites,
all streaming sites.
Spotify, and
Yeah.
All right.
And they have CDs that they're selling
Yep.
at shows.
Right.
Very good.
And
this
we
is
have cards that connects to the music.
And there you go. There is the album cover. See, I still like the CDs because you got the whole.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the records mostly, but I guess those are kind of still in though, right? They're coming back.
Well,
Records.
I'm getting hammered by the Grammy community emailing to me because we're in listening mode right now.
Yeah.
It's called an FYC for your.
I mean, people still. I mean, you see some of them be hanging up around here. It seems like kids, I guess, were buying records again because they thought those were cool. I don't exactly know what kids, but I was like, I like to hear that. That's a good
Right.
thing. And record sales were kind of bumping back up. So
Well, CDs sound better than the streaming sites.
yeah,
Really.
yeah.
You know.
I mean, yeah, and you get the artwork too. That's
Yeah,
that's
then you
important.
can-
So, I don't know. I just like it. I like having the physical thing. And all right, what are we ending with here off the album?
On the Wall.
On the Wall. All right. Thank you guys so much. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed
too.
your stay here in Newburyport for an afternoon. And the music sounds great. I wish you the best of luck with going forward, all the performances and the Grammys and hanging with EJ.
And I have to ask, what key were you in?
Fantastic. Heather D, Steve
You're an
Roy,
A, okay.
EJ
I
Ouellette
knew
bringing
that.
us home. Thank you to May Power. Thank you to Sarah Hayden. My name is Drew Moholland, live at Drew's House, Joppa Afternoon Drive. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Peace.
On the wall hangs a picture of every day. My mind dreams a dream of every way that I will love you.
My hands hold the lock on every day. My dreams are the key to every way. I need to hold you. Champagne from a distance, no pleasure from touch. There is no resistance to loving this much.
My eyes see a dawning of a better day. My dreams are canvas for every way. I need to see you.
Champagne from a distance, pure pleasure from touch. There is no resistance to loving this much. My waking is filled with thoughts of a day. My sleeping is filled with dreams of a way that I will love you. Champagne from a distance, pure pleasure from touch. There is no resistance to loving this much. My waking is filled with thoughts of a day. My sleeping is filled with dreams of a way that I will love you. That I will love you. That I will love you.